On Monday, March 30th, 2020, our government took the decision to suspend all classes of liquor licenses in St. Lucia. It had become necessary to impose the temporary restrictions at the height of the battle against COVID-19, when we were beginning to see a rise in the number of cases which were locally transmitted, and our country was also in a state of partial shutdown. St. Lucians will recall that we faced challenges with some people breaking the social distancing protocols, and the police was stretched in terms of manpower in trying to manage large social gatherings, especially at our beaches and rivers. The decisions we have taken as a government have always been made after consultation with officials from the Ministry of Health and with the view of containing and managing the spread of COVID-19. Our country has registered some success, and thankfully we have had no death. However, we must remain on guard and vigilant if we are to overcome the scourge of this pandemic. Recognizing that we as St. Lucians have for the most part been abiding by the established guidelines and protocols, our government has worked with health officials to relax some of the partial shutdown measures. We have begun to reopen certain sectors, while also establishing specific protocols to guide the resumption of activities in areas such as the construction sector, public transportation, hardware and home supply stores, and more recently, religious services and ceremonies. Over the last few weeks, our country has been learning to live with COVID-19. It has not been an easy road by any means, and it has required sacrifices by all. As a cabinet of ministers, we continue to meet and assess the situation on a daily basis in consultation with stakeholders to review certain issues relating to the operations of the country. Among these issues is that of the suspension of liquor licenses. There are several factors which had to be considered in our decision making. Chief amongst our consideration was whether the population had understood the need to practice social distancing. Another factor we had to consider is the need to balance between maintaining the gains we have made in limiting the spread of the virus and minimizing the impact on the local beverage manufacturing sector, especially with regard to the number of persons employed in the sector. Generally, we are pleased with the cooperation we have received from most St. Lucians, but acknowledge that there are some who continue to breach the prescribed protocols. As of this coming Friday, 8th May 2020, the government of St. Lucia will reinstate liquor licenses in St. Lucia for the sale of alcohol beverage. This measure will allow for the sale of alcohol by only licensed businesses from the list of approved businesses that are currently permitted to operate under statutory instrument SI 56 of 2020, namely supermarkets, mini-marts, small grocery shops, wholesalers, and gas stations. However, the resumption of the sale of alcoholic beverages from approved licensed business outlets will be governed by strict protocols. These protocols are as follows. There shall be no loitering, assembling, socializing at the business premises where alcohol is sold and purchased. There shall be no consumption of alcohol at the place of purchase. Alcohol sales can only take place between the hours of 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. The public is also reminded that a person who contravenes the Emergency Powers Disasters COVID-19 curfew order commits an offense and is liable to imprisonment with or without hard labor for a term not exceeding 6 months, or a fine not exceeding $1,000 or both, and forfeiture of goods or money in respect of which the offense has been committed. Therefore, as we lift the ban on the sale of alcohol, we urge St. Lucians to drink responsibly. Keep in mind, we are still in a battle against COVID-19, and it's only by adhering to the protocols we will be successful. I thank you, and I wish all a wonderful Mother's Day. Thank you.